Hey everybody, welcome to the Orlando Real Estate Report for August 2014. We're coming to you live from Orlando, Florida, USA, where it's currently 78 degrees and it's 8:30 in the morning. Let's meet our Orlando real estate team. Alex, are you there? Oh, looks like we've have some audio difficulty with Alex. So Alex, if you can see us, at least you could wave, huh? Okay, Brendan, our buyer's agent. Say hello, Brendan.
Good morning, everybody.
All righty, and James, our mortgage expert.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Okay, well, hey, I'll jump right in and get us started. First thing we'll do here is kind of run over the numbers a little bit. So let me switch to a screen share, and let's see. I don't have that desktop option. Let's see. Whoa. What happened there? Okay, nothing's going to work. Where is our screen share? Okay, let me get my folder here. Can you guys see the folder okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see this chart. Is this chart full screen?
Yeah, it's readable.
Is it full screen though?
No.
Is it like just small or what? You guys can't see this?
We're inside your full. Now it's opened.
It's full screen?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys can see the inventory now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, hey, this month we had a big jump in inventory. In fact, there were 810 more listings just in this 1 month. So that's a substantial increase, and that's an increase over. I mean, that you can see we've had for quite some time. The inventory is steadily increased month over month, and so that's something we can chat about. Here's just another view of the same information, so you can look at the numbers year over year over year. So if you go back to 2012, in July we had 9,445 listings. Then last year in July we had 8,994, and here we are this year with 13,784 listings. So that's a substantial increase, and that's going to have some effect on the market. We're just not exactly sure what, because right now, as you can see here, prices continue to rise. If you go back to 2012, we were at 125,000 median home price in Orlando. Then last year we went to 155,470, and now we're all the way up to 169 this last July, or last month, I should say. So it's interesting to see that our prices continue to rise, regardless to the inventory level that we have. Pending home sales, that's down, so that's slowing. That means less people are putting in contracts and securing contracts. If you look back 2012, we had 11,359 listings. Can you guys see these charts okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then last year we had 9,000, and this year we're down to 7,442. So that's pending or home sales or homes under contract. And since Alex was going to speak on this, but what that does to the market, this is our average days on market. So basically, this is how long a typical house stays on the market before a contract is received. This last month we were at 73 days. You guys can see that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of fluctuates because as inventory goes up, the agents make adjustments to keep the flow going. I think on its high, I think it's gone up to like 110 days. But when these numbers go up, typically the prices are adjusted down, and things tend to balance out, ebb and flow. So next we had how many properties sold, and if you go back to 2012, in July we had 2,900 sales. Last year we had 38, and then this past July we had 3,384. So looking at those numbers, it actually doesn't look so bad when you compare it to last year. But when you look at the couple of charts ago, looking at the pending home sales, we're lining up for a bad trend because there's not as many pending home sales, so that should bring this number down. So that'll be something to see. So let's see. Okay, going back to the first chart, inventory, I wanted to show you guys that on a different type of chart just to give you another perspective at what inventory is doing. If you look at the blue, that's our current inventory right now, 13,874 listings. So if you compare that to January 2013 in red, we only had 8994, or July of 2012 we had 9445. So that gives you a proportional view just to see how much the inventory has increased. Next thing I want to talk about is we chatted about this a couple of months ago on one of our meetings here, and we talked about inventory of unsold homes and short sales and foreclosures and how those are impacting the market. And as you can see, this is how we ended 2013. We ended the month with 11,361 sales, and out of that, we had 12% of those were REOs or foreclosures, whatever you want to call them, and then 9% were short sales. Fast forward to, or actually back up a little bit further, this time last year, there was at 89.94 in sales, which 82% of the overall sales were normal sales, and 9% were REO or foreclosures, and 9% were short sales. So we really thought we know that we have substantially more REO properties this year than we did last year. But if you look at it, this next chart here, proportionally, the numbers are actually not that bad. This year, last month, we actually have 13,874 listings that we've talked about, which is again 82%. So if you look at it compared to last year, which was 82%, so basically normal sales, same amount or the same percentage of sales as they did last year that you can see here. It's just that we have so many more listings that if you look, the REO listings July this year were 1,952. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And last year it was only 1,000, so it's almost doubled. So that is shocking when you look at just that number. But when you look at it as an overall percentage of sales, it's actually right in line with with the normal build of inventory. So I thought that was interesting, and Brendan mentioned the increase in inventory, so I just wanted to dig into that because I was very interested in the point that he made. So that's really what I've got here. Let me see if I can get back to. Wow, this is okay. You guys got me again?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much what I've got. Let me jump over to Alex. Any sound yet? Nothing. Okay, sorry about that. Brendan, what do you have for us this month? And what are your thoughts about any thoughts about what I just went over?
Yeah, actually, it was very interesting because it's interesting that even though the number of the amount of inventory has gone up, percentage-wise, sales-wise, everything's kind of staying exactly the same. You know what I mean? I find that interesting because usually July slows down a little bit because a lot of people are on vacation and stuff like that. So I understand the numbers, the sales, pending sales being down a little bit, just because a lot of people are trying to get in vacations, enjoy the summer a little bit. So, it usually backs off a little bit. But interesting enough, I think August is going to be an incredible month. All of a sudden, for us, we got, like the last week of July, we got absolutely hammered with buyers, and we put in, what we get, 5 or 6 contracts in like 2 weeks, something like that. I mean, and we still got several that we're working with that want to actually conclude their search this month. So one of the interesting things that I think I want to look up for next month is actually the decrease in original list price to what the actual sales price is. I know there's statistics of list price versus sales price, but I want to see what things are starting at, because one of the things, like we had discussed last time, let me pull this up for you, that I look at on a daily basis is the market watch inside our MLS. And what I pulled up is, this is actually a 7-day look. And you see our new listings, we had about 4,800 new listings. Okay. We had 2,700 sold. We had about 3,600 pending. All right. So we're actually, our new listings continues to go up. But one of the main things I look at is your price decreases. We had over 4,000 price decreases in listings. That's a lot. And I like to look at it on a daily basis. So of those 13,000 listings we currently had, nearly 1,000 of them had a price decrease yesterday alone. So to me, it's starting to feel more like a buyer's market than it is a seller's market in a lot of ways. I know we're starting to get more aggressive with our offers than we were in the past, because people, they always want to feel that they've got the value, they're getting value for their dollar. And I think with the price increases, you're seeing a decrease in the amount of price increases, and I think you're going to continue to see that. You're not going to see, we've had a 47% increase since 2011. You can't keep it up. There's just no way. And with pressure on interest rates to go up, I just think we're going to see a slowdown in the price increases, and I think you're going to see people starting to negotiate a little more than they have in the past. And I know with a lot of my buyers, we've gotten aggressive on the pricing, and we've actually gotten a couple contracts that were very solid price decreases that last year I know we wouldn't have seen at all.
Yeah, that's good stuff, and actually that's a really great pickup that you found with the MLS on the front. The one thing though I would point out is it looks like you have maybe the whole MLS area as opposed to the Orlando MSA, because I don't think we have that many listings in Orlando, so you probably want to adjust that. But that point with the prices up and down as a percentage of new listings is really that's a good find. I'm definitely going to use that going forward. So James. Oh, James is
Hey, how's it going, Phil?
Great, man, great. So tell us everything that we need to know about mortgages this month.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. There's a lot of changes that came up, and I was so excited to tell you guys about it. Last month, Oh, let me touch on what you guys were talking about first. You guys made a lot of great points. Right now, it is definitely pushing into a buyer's market. We're seeing a lot more contracts where the list price is not what they're offering, and they're getting concessions as well. So we're starting to see more concessions where maybe a few months ago you weren't seeing any from sellers. They weren't giving up any sellers' concessions towards closing costs. But a huge thing that has been coming to the market, and you could call these a lot of good news, bad news sort of areas. So let me do a quick screen share. And let's see if you guys were able to get that.
I don't see it yet, James. Oh, there we go. I see. I see your full. Okay, now I see that. There you go. That's pretty much.
Okay, this is pretty much the biggest news on the market. Friday was the last day that Fannie down and a 2-year wait after short sales. If you weren't registered and DU was run on you before then essentially you're waiting 4 years after a short sale to be able to qualify for a conventional loan. So FHA is still a 3-year wait. If you weren't late at all, then you can pretty much get an FHA loan the next day. The thing is you have to prove that you're not trying to take advantage of the market. So that's kind of what we're seeing is they're tightening restrictions a bit more, which could be affecting how many people are making offers on properties nowadays. But like everything, whenever they start tightening in certain areas, they're going to start loosening in others. Let me switch right back to screen share. So what you're going to see a lot of right now, whenever they remove the 2-year 20% down, but just like in November when they removed the 3% down conventional, what you started seeing is Fannie Mae allowed 5% down with gift funds. Previously, you needed to have your own money for the 5% down. Now they're like, okay, it could be fully gifted. So it's always a give and take on the market. When the rates went up in March, you started seeing a lot of the credit score requirements going down. So from 640, 660, all of a sudden you're seeing it down to 580. Just on the retail side, usually on the wholesale, we don't have as many restrictions. Another big part of the news for that's coming up, just so everyone's aware, is HomePath, which, I don't know, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So HomePath, October 6th, last day for HomePath. So kind of a good news situation on that. Good news is that, well, bad news is that you're losing HomePath. The good news is that not a lot of people were really using it nowadays. For the HomePath homes, a lot of times the houses were overpriced, and a lot of people are starting to go conventional or FHA for it. They're the low down payment. There's starting to be a cost to get into HomePath. It was almost a year ago when HomePath first came out. It was an excellent program. You were getting the same as conventional rates, with some credits back. Now you're actually paying to be in the program. So it's not as big of news. The biggest downside to it is the HomePath renovation. You're no longer able to get that sort of renovation credit. So here's the advantages. If anyone wants to take advantage of HomePath, you definitely want to do it before October 6th. So the 5% down, no appraisal, no mortgage insurance. But like I said, there's tighter credit guidelines and restrictions. Not a lot of people are going that route as of late. Let's see. So who wants some good news? Because clearly a lot of it's going away. Let's get some here. Okay, so like all things, as soon as you take away, you get more back. So right now we're starting to see a lot more programs with loosening guidelines. For example, the Fresh Start program. So everyone's thinking, okay, oh, is this the FHA Back to Work program? It is absolutely not. Unfortunately, FHA Back to Work hasn't been working lately, and I think they're going to start loosening the guidelines on it to make it work. This is one of those programs where it's kind of, if you're 12 months out of a BK foreclosure short sale, deed in lieu, and you show that it was kind of extenuating circumstance, you know, you're obviously very responsible. You fell into bad times like everybody did when the market crashed. You have an opportunity to get back into a home. And this is going to be a 20% down program, but it's one of those things that's kind of bridging the gap between where FHA back to work was supposed to be and with Fannie Mae removing the 2-year 20%, but this is after 12 months. So you're starting to see a little more of investors going that route. So there's a lot more opportunity for people to purchase. It's just about taking the next right steps for it. And
a quick question.
Yes.
So is this a government-backed loan, or is this conventional, or what?
It's going to be a conventional portfolio program. So
Okay.
I think what happened is a lot of investors and lenders out there are seeing that hard money lenders are taking a huge amount of the loans. More portfolio guidelines are loosening up, so these are going to be held in-house, but it gives people an opportunity to purchase at that time. The other thing, sorry, I forgot to mention, with HomePath going away, that leaves FHA 203Ks as the only rehab loans. But what we are starting to see in the market as well is that a lot of investors are allowing escrow holdbacks on conventional loans. So if there's some repairs that need to be done, we're starting to see a trend towards that. So I wouldn't be surprised within the next few months if you're going to start seeing a lot of escrow holdbacks. Because as you guys are aware, there's probably a lot more inventory because there's repairs that need to be done on the homes.
Yeah.
You know, there's and a lot of times you won't get financing based on that. You know, so there are things that are going to affect your appraisals. There are things that are going to affect financing unless those repairs are taken care of.
So is that going to be an easier program than 203K?
Absolutely, it's
Okay.
going to be easier and more cost effective because with 203K, the amount of inspectors you need, even on the Streamline program,
Right.
there's a bit more of a cost and a lot more factors into play. With an escrow holdback, it seems like a pretty streamlined fix.
And what was that called again? That loan program?
Which is the Fresh Start?
So within Fresh Start, they have repair allowances where you can escrow for repairs?
No. Just completely separate note that you're going to start seeing a lot more escrow holdbacks with conventional programs. So not limited to just that program.
Not necessarily this particular. I mean, not necessarily in this program or right now, but in the future, or is that in place right now?
We're starting to see it roll out. I've seen probably maybe 1 or 2 investors mention that it's coming out. So I know some investors currently have it in place, but it's much more a lot more hoops to go through. So now they're starting to loosen the guidelines, so it might be just more of a commonplace.
Yeah, we actually just finished one last month that had the escrow holdback for some repairs on the roof, and we had to have them done in order to get the final okay, and they allowed us. Usually it's 1.5 times. They want to hold back 1.5 times the amount of the repairs, and limits change usually about no more than $5,000.
Yeah,
somewhere in that ballpark.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah, and so it's actually really handy for a lot of people because you make sure everything's done properly for your clients. And the other thing we're starting to get aggressive with on the REOs with the banks is if something is wrong, going back to the bank and asking them to repair it. Where the banks weren't repairing anything 6 months to a year ago. We had a brand new AC unit put in for a client. That was what we were. It had to be done, and they agreed to actually do it and had it done before closing for the client. So it's again, like we've been saying, it's moving towards that buyer's market, where that if you want to get aggressive, go for it. Get aggressive. What I try to go over with a lot of my clients right up front is that, one, sit on your hands once we make the offer, because as you learn in negotiation, the person who talks first loses. And two is there's always another house. There will always be another house, okay, on the market. I know you like this one. I know you love this one, but if you're not going to get it for the price that you want, you've got to be willing to walk away from it. And you'll be amazed how many times the one that they've walked away from, something happens to the contract, or I've been in with a couple of investors, been in bidding wars on some investment condos, and 2 weeks later we get notification, oh, it's back on the market, please resubmit your bids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, hey
Yeah.
guys, it's about time to wrap this thing up. Just wanted to get everybody's final thoughts, and I also want you guys to give out the information where people can contact you. So with that being said,
Hey
uh-huh.
guys, I had some technical difficulties, but I'm here.
Okay.
Can I just touch on? I want to just touch on the average days on market really quickly before we wrap it up.
Okay.
So, I don't have the. Is it possible to pull up the?
Yes.
Here? But I'll do it the old school way. So right here, as you can see.
I don't know if it's up or not. Is it up?
You got to hit it so it goes full screen, Bill.
But if you pull it up, just to touch base on it real quick. So as you can see, we had 73 days to average on market for a home this past month, July 2014. The lowest it's been is 63 days a year ago, July 2013. And then we had two different months where we had highs, September 2012 and then February 2013 of 84 days. And then, taking that all into account, it's not a surefire thing that your home will sell in that amount of time, 73 days being where we're at most recently. So just things to keep in mind on that.
Is that full screen, guys? I apologize. I'm trying to get this thing up for all.
No, you gotta hit it. It's not full screen.
What in the heck?
So yeah, it's just a general indication that if a home is well priced, in good to great condition, within a desirable area, it's likely to sell within that time frame. However, with that being said, if there's other homes which are comparable, are priced below or at the same price point, whether that's the market price or not, those homes typically would have to sell before yours would. As well, lastly, I'd just like to touch on.
Apologize, Alex. Is that full screen?
That is.
All right. Go ahead, Alex. You got the chart now.
Okay, good deal. But lastly, just your home, if you want it to sell faster, given the market conditions in your particular neighborhood, you would have to sell it, either right at the market or just below, really. In order that's what we term aggressive pricing tactic, just to make sure you're getting offers and you're getting a lot of showings. And I'll touch again real quickly on, just because we have the chart up, I think. Again, the low of 63 days in July a year ago, about 2013, highs in September 2012 and February 2013 of 84 days, and then currently, most recently, 73 days. These are ORA numbers that we get directly from Orlando Regional Realtor Association. So, and then I'll just touch real quickly on, we have a few listings right now that I just want to speak about.
Alex, I tell you what, man, I apologize, but we're going to have to wrap up. We are
That's fair
actually running over already.
Sure.
So, with that being said, Alex, why don't you let people know where they can contact you, and maybe you can post some of those links on your page or something.
Sure. Yeah, you can contact me. My cell phone, best way to get in touch with me. You can call me, text, whatever works best for you. I know some people are more tech savvy these days. 407-493-8207. Again, that's 407-493-8207. My email address, which is alex@YourOrlando.com. That's alex@YourOrlando.com. And then you can also go to my URL, which is my website, and that's YourOrlando.com/Alex.
Brendan, quickly.
Well, it's been good news for the buyers, and I think for the next couple months, I think we're going to continue to see that.
We only have time just to give out your contact information. We got to wrap her up.
You can reach me at 407-710-8720 or through our webpage at YourOrlando/Brendan, BRENDEN. Look forward to helping you out.
And James.
Hey guys, like everyone said at Your Orlando, it's a fantastic time to buy. If you're in the market, definitely get with one of these professionals. You can reach me on my cell phone, 407-970-8175, or my email address, james@sgfloans.com. Feel free to call or text. And yeah, good luck house hunting out there. You guys got a lot to choose from.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you next month. And until then, make it a great day.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.